No. Say yes. Pick him up. Terry's younger cousin. Bang. Oh hey guys, how are we going? Everything you just saw I'm going to be doing in this video, so stick around and watch it. Let's go! Alright guys, the first thing I want to show you guys is how to construct a ladder out of rope and wood. I've collected up some wood here, so let's get cracking. Got 2 bundles of ropes here. Yeah. Got a bloody piece of dirt in my eye. I'm sure it'll be alright. I got some eye wash just in case, but I think it'll be fine. Now let's do the other side. Now we want to go a certain distance down the, well, technically up the ladder, but it doesn't really matter. We are going to do that again. Make sure that's nice and tight. I've just given them a little bit of a cross them around underneath itself. I don't want them to be too far apart because that's technically how far I'm going to have to step when I'm climbing this thing. Pull that tight. The tighter this is now, the better. Just tied another knot down at the bottom. Something I could have done earlier is to check and see if these are roughly the same, and I'm seeing now that these two are not the same, and I guess I could have tied them parallel to each other so I would have an idea on how high they are. They're a little bit wonky, but that'll be okay I think. It's only 1 rung and the rest of the rungs are literally flush with each other. So this ladder can take 4 rungs. I'm going to go get them now. Now with your rung, you want to put it underneath the rope like that. And then you just want to kind of push them down there. You want to get your next rung. This is the wonky one here. You chuck it underneath here. And then with the last loop that I just created. Come on. Get in there. That's our ladder. Let's go climb a tree with it. Alright, let's give that a shot. Now just to be on the safe side, I reckon I might rig up some sort of safety precaution just in case I fall. I just got it stuck. That's not fair! Let's try that all over again. We've got a knot down at the bottom, so if it slips and I start falling for some reason, we'll stop there. From memory, this knot was called the Alpine Butterfly knot, but I'm actually really bad at remembering knots names, I just know how to tie them. I do have a video that I teach you how to tie this knot. Well, once you got it tight, the cool thing about this is that if it's like that, you can move it around, but as soon as you like separate the middle there, if someone's hanging on that, trust me, it actually is really effective. Oh, I can't get my leg up there. I'm gonna have to go knee, foot, foot. Again, I'm gonna have to go knee, foot, foot. Yes! Oh, just had some drink. That's how you build a ladder, everybody. If you like that, that's cool. Let's move on to the next one. New Zealand's got the weirdest weather. For instance, it was just drizzling, actually it still is. Earlier it was sunny, but apparently it's going to be raining for the next week, like every day, all day. There we go. Alright, two relatively equal lengths of branch wood. Doesn't matter. Back in my day of scouts, we'd actually use oars to do this. You don't need to see that. But in the woods, we can just use 2 pieces of wood and a jacket. Alright, so through the bottom of the jacket, this one's a bit weird. It's got like an inside layer as well. If you can see that, okay? You want to shove that through there. Don't put it through the hood. You want to put it through the sleeve. Like that. Okay? That's good, that's one side, and then you just do the same with the other. Okay, that's good. This would usually be longer, and you put another jacket facing the other way down here so someone can literally have a proper bed. You might not believe that this works unless I test it. Unfortunately, I have the means to do so. I am alone, but I like to call Terry the test dummy. And actually, give me a second. Now he's got an emotion, he's happy. So Terry here is very willing to try out the new stretcher. Isn't that right, Terry? No. Say yes! Die! Sorry guys, Terry just had a little bit of a tumble. Terry, are you ready to try out the stretcher? That's the correct answer. Let's say that I might have fallen out that tree that I was climbing with the ladder, or maybe Terry had a bit of an accident as he was walking along through the forest. So let's chuck him on the stretcher. Head's falling off. It's alright, Terry. You'll live, you got a good friend here. Okay. Pick him up. Oh no! Terry fell off the stretcher. We need to find a shovel and bury his body. Did you like your stretcher ride? Told you it'd save your life. Hang on, Terry's head's getting wet and his eye came off. Your eye's not staying on. Okay, so we've proven that the stretcher does work if Terry here were to hold on to it. So how about let's move on to the next project before it starts pouring down with rain. If you've got some cool names for the mannequin, how about you put them in the comments, and the most liked one can be the name of Mr. Your name here. So we've learnt how to build a ladder out of sticks and ropes in the bush. We've learnt how to build a stretcher out of a jacket and some sticks. I'm now going to be showing you how to make a snare. So let's get started finding the right pieces of equipment and we'll get cracking. I'm going to put this here. Now this trap is good for snaring birds or ground rodents. Unfortunately, you probably can't really leave set in New Zealand because there's so many protected species. I chose the stick because it's got a big base and it's also got this little hook here, which is going to be very important later on. I chose this spot, however, because there is a massive tree here. So we got that little hook there. I might just cut a little notch in the top here. Okay. Now you see how I've got that little bit of an angle there? That's going to be useful later. This being a slow sort of rising tree, I suppose, it's not going to be dangerous as such. Now that the tree is like that, with the rope on the end, we'll just wrap that around a couple times now, but we'll just leave that for a bit. Okay. So I'm going to shove that into the ground. The great thing about all of this area is that it's just soaking wet, and the water, I don't know if you call it the water table, I suppose. The water table is really close to me, just underneath the surface. So, you know, as soon as you pull that down, see, all that like mud comes up. So, yeah, it's that hole's filling up with water down there. Pop that in like that, that's too close. Put it around, and that'll be fine. What I'm doing here is I'm just slowly wrapping it around this branch because I want that to be quite tightly down there. I don't think I'm actually allowed to tie a noose on camera, which is why I haven't made a video on it, but you can obviously search that up and figure it out for yourselves. But I think I can just tie another slip knot here. Seems good. We tie our other slip knot, just like that. And that's the one with the piece of wood on it. Just like that, so. B. Okay, that's good. That's pretty good. Now that's not a native tree, okay? So I can kind of get away with that.
You serious?
Put the noose to the side for now. Pop that in there. See how that's positioned? Stick holds that in place. Other stick holds that in place. I'm gonna leave that delicately, but just enough so that it doesn't take my freaking face off. And then, carefully, you can just lay that noose on there. Okay. Okay, we're good. The trap is set, okay? Put your bait in there. Terry's younger cousin, everybody. So this isn't a very powerful trap. Oh my god, I'm saying the same stuff over and over again. But the principle is exactly the same as it would be if I was using a much more powerful sapling, which unfortunately will die, but it's not native, so nobody cares. That's holding that there. That is putting pressure from here into there, and then that's stopping it from coming undone. Delicate. Terry's younger cousin. Bang. This big tree here, that would have been a nice one to make a snare trap out of. Oh hey, what's up guys? Just finishing up for the day. Packing my bag. Because this is the end of the video, everyone. Well, that's all from me today, guys. If you enjoyed it, go ahead and click on the next video here. Like, subscribe, and all that stuff. And I'll see you guys in the next one. So he waddles over, he steps on that, and it doesn't thing. Okay. Okay, that's a problem. Oh, get his walk though. Terry! The hell? Ah! Don't be like him. If you want to live, stay in the stretcher.